My battery died, everybody, so that's why this is coming as a second part of the previous video of how to repot two matured or excess Hoya vines and how to select them. I used the diameter of the pot with the bottom two leaves to insert the leaves first of all into the media and place the leaves first of all in the media, and then finding a spot to insert the stem part which would create the root bulb, and then added media on top and then the pebbles. So if you add a large grade river stone like this, right, and onto the side, this covering a bit of the stem is fine because it's actually anchoring your shorter stem into the media, because the pebble is not a pebble actually, it's a river rock. So that will safely keep your two vines in the media without uprooting itself, especially when it is top heavy. These are very matured and long. If you have a trellis, insert that also. I'm just going to lay it on another plant and not shake this from top or from bottom, so the rooting stem part, short or long, would uproot. Okay, so even the 1 centimeter or half a centimeter stem part would root out. The secret would be to keep it undisturbed, right? That is where you have to use your media and the top layer of pebbles to securely insert it into the pot. This is the proof of my Hoya kerrii albomarginata, which I rooted. I mentioned this in my previous video, or the first part of this video. This is the leaf and it's already inside a lot of media, right? That is because after this started leafing out, I wanted more strength, and I knew since this has a reservoir, right, which has algae all around it, I need to clean all of them, I know, and the top layer of pebbles which is holding this down and drying it in time, so this leaf will not rot. This took actually 2 to 3 months to show me a new leaf, but it did. So even that half a centimeter stem was kind of like split in the middle. So it was a Hail Mary shot that did the trick for this. There is some sort of slow release on this which came out of the cup. There was a cup on this, right? Because the monkeys uproot all of this sometimes. They try to see if there is water or something that they can eat inside if this is glowing inside, especially after rain, and they will uproot everything. And they are so conspicuous about, very curious about slow release fertilizer cups, right? Sometimes they open them and eat them. I don't know whether they die because there's a whole bunch, around 50, that comes here. So I cannot tell which is missing. From here I took off another part, and this is another that has been sunburnt recently. This can be a bacterial infection also, and it can be a sunburn or an edema also. So I can put both of them into one and create one specimen, but because I don't want to disturb the root, because it has been extremely hard for me to grow anything variegated, whether it's orchids or Hoyas, that has been a conundrum for me. So that is the reason I'm not very fond of disturbing them, because I don't want the variegation to revert and become, just more green. That has happened before, and that has happened. This is the second leaf. Primary leaf came with variegation. Because I tried to root it, I sprayed a bit of high nitrogen. It totally became green. So when this happened, I was so worried that the rest of the leaves also will revert, but it did not. And why it did not was, I stopped spraying high nitrogen, and I sprayed high phosphorus and potassium included fertilizer, which actually gives you a better variegation. So that's a tip I'm giving you. If you want more variegation, spray a high potassium or a phosphorus fertilizer, or a bloom booster or a bloom starter, for your ease of remembering, and you will get more variation. So that's how I selected my vines to be repotted. That's how I gave it a fresh new start, a trimming. Because we are Asian, of course we would be trimming our vines, we would be trimming the roots of our orchids. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.